Hello and welcome to Why the Tech, a brand new podcast about the wonderful world of tech with a comedic spin on it.
A comedic spin. Here you have us, who are Damo.
Hello.
And myself, who is Phil. And we are just going to be talking about things that we see that is absolutely stupid in the tech world and probably just try to talk about it.
Some of those amazing inventions that people may not have heard of. Or some that people have heard of.
All like really, really big industry things that just come out and and everyone is currently talking about it.
Yeah, fair.
I think the first thing we should talk about is the beverage that we are drinking. What is the beverage we are drinking right now?
We are drinking a pale ale from Revel Brewery.
Where's that? I don't even know where that is.
It is Bulimba in Brisbane.
Oh, Bulimba. So You sound like you're forcing the discussion. It's really funny.
Well, I am forcing it. I don't know. That's literally all I have.
Yeah, well,
I've read through all of my notes now, and that's it. We're done.
How many notes have you got? Like when I saw it last, was one note. Man, it tastes so good, dude. I'm not really like a hoppy beer. That is not a hoppy beer at all. It just tastes like a smooth drink. Anyway, this is not what this is about.
Moving right along.
Oh, let's just talk about the big news that is happening right now. And that is PlayStation just had their reveal of all the new tech, all the new games and that are coming out in 2020. And the first reveal of the new console.
Yep.
So what are your thoughts on that?
I'm not a huge console gamer, but I really like the look of it, and they're exclusive games like Motherflippin' Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Like, I want to play Spider-Man, but I don't want to pay hundreds of dollars for it.
How much does it cost? How much do you reckon it's going to cost?
The console?
The game. Who cares about the console? The console sucks.
Well, you need the console to play the game. That's the thing.
You shouldn't need a console to play a game. That's the thing. You shouldn't need a console that is exclusive to play a game. It doesn't make any sense.
But that's how they make their sales.
I know. It's a part of the business life. And although I don't agree with it, it's a thing that we have to think about, isn't it?
Yep, for sure. And it may just mean I never get to play Spider-Man, which is depressing, but I'll get over it.
So are you excited to play a Spider-Man game when you haven't played the original Spider-Man game that came out exclusively on PlayStation 4?
Well, I'm actually waiting for that one to come out on PC so I can actually play a Spider-Man game.
Is it coming out on Is it coming out on PC?
No.
It's not.
No.
So you're excited about a game that you're not going to play?
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
Yep.
What? You're just excited because it's Spider-Man.
Yeah, I love Spider-Man.
Okay, that's right. So one thing I want to talk about is the way that people are trying to compare Xbox and PlayStation. Right now is the battle of the fridge versus the battle of Sauron, or whatever you want to call that router.
Yep, the Wi-Fi router.
Yeah, Wi-Fi router that the people are talking about. Why should we have to fight about something when they're both, not good compared to a PC? That's what I'm trying to say.
Yep, that's a good question.
Yeah, no, that was a good question. That's why I asked it.
It's super interesting because there is such a market for that, because people don't want to have to worry about PCs and, putting things together, installing stuff. They just want to hit play and go.
That's what's bad about it now. When you buy the game, you have to install it now. It's still, and with Australian internet, it's absolutely, I want to say dog, something at the end of that, because it will take you, once you buy the console and you buy the game, you still have to wait 5 hours to play the game. It's ridiculous. Something has to be done about that. That's one thing.
Yeah, so hopefully the best thing to come out of the next gen is actually more about software than hardware. Being able to deliver updates in a more streamlined and efficient way. Because Steam has been doing it for ages, where when you get an update, you only download the parts of it you actually need, and it's shared with all the games that have those engines. consoles is slightly different because it's bundled differently.
Consoles bundled differently? What does that mean?
Well, I don't know too much about the details of it, but when you package games for consoles, they're packaged differently to when they're packaged for PC.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying that the way that they deliver the games to the consumer is not as streamlined as, say, a PC.
Yeah, well, PCs had so much longer to deal with that kind of thing, and not just for games, but for apps and everything else. It's just a more mature industry, mainly because it's not just two players, because everyone has had their input into it, and there's tons of external players that are doing that.
Yeah. Like, look, okay, we can all agree that PC is better than both of them put together, right? Because
yeah, for sure.
yeah, okay. We'll just set that aside for a second. Now, what I've got up on the screen right now, oh, damn it. What I've got up on the screen right now is a bunch of specs that compare PlayStation 5 to the new Xbox Series X. And these are some of the differences that I can see, right? Other than their exclusives, the CPU is an 8-core Zen 2 AMD. The difference is a 0.3 gigahertz difference. Yeah. Does that make a difference?
I'm not sure how it would make that much of a difference.
In terms of, like, computing power.
Yeah.
I don't even think it needs something that's that big.
Considering most of it will be GPU, or at least it should be GPU.
Yeah. Well, that's the big thing, right? The Xbox Series X has 11.7 more teraflops than the PlayStation.
Wait, do you mean 1.7?
Shut up, yes.
Yep. Not as huge, but still quite large, yes.
Well, 1.7. 1.7 teraflops more than the PlayStation 5, but
yeah, it's effectively 10% more.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Like, if you're looking at which one's better and you're looking between these two, and the exclusives don't matter to you, the obvious choice for the consumer is going to be the Xbox Series X.
Depending on the price point, which we don't know about yet.
Okay, that's the big thing.
Yeah, for sure. And I would absolutely love to see some actual gameplay footage of both of them running like 4K 120 frames. Just to see if they can actually do it, for starters.
Yes.
And how well it looks.
Yes. Well, okay, so the new, they live streamed the exclusives on, what was it, the other day, right? They live streamed the...
Thursday?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. They live streamed the reveals, right?
Yep.
The bad thing about that is, because of compression, you don't get to look at how good the games are.
Yeah, exactly.
It was okay. The only thing people get excited about are the names of what they of the titles that were being released. That's what they're going to be excited about.
Spider-Man.
But you can't look at what you saw and say that's what's going to be that's what it's going to look like, because
yeah, exactly.
We saw a compressed version of all the video gameplay that you could expect from the PlayStation. So it could be 10 times better. Okay, maybe not 10 times, but it could be a lot better, or it could be a lot worse. We don't know. It could be exactly the same.
Yeah, and like some of them didn't even have that much gameplay time, so we're not sure how much of it was the game running.
Yeah.
Or, rendered.
Yeah, it's like those things were the big points for me. That, oh yeah, the games do look really cool, but they're not what you're going to be expecting at the when you get the game in your hands.
Yeah.
Well, technically not anymore because it's all digital. See, they came out with 2 different consoles. Digital and non-digital.
Yeah, that's going to be super interesting.
I thought that was interesting because when the Xbox said that they were going full digital, no CD-ROM compartment, whatever thing, people were in an uproar. They were going nuts.
How long ago was that? I can't remember.
5 years ago, 4 years ago.
Yeah, okay.
So
I'd like to think internet has gotten a fair bit better since then. Obviously, it hasn't for me, but most people probably has.
Yeah.
So that main barrier there is probably slightly less.
Yeah.
But I think looking at my Xbox, I think I have 2 physical games and the rest of mine are digital. And like my internet sucks, so I spend a day downloading those new games to play them. But it's like that's much easier for me to get.
When's the last time you played your Xbox? Yeah, that's what I thought.
4 months ago?
No way. Yeah. What did you play?
What's the cooking one?
What's the cook? Oh, yeah, the cooking one. That's the one. I understand. The one where you have to cook?
Yeah, the one where like it's kind of almost a top down and you're running around a kitchen overcooked.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Overcooked.
Well, what was the last time you played before that? It must have been a year or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
Actually, no. It was like end of the year, almost New Year's.
Okay.
I played some Lego Dimensions.
Okay, also... Okay, you play it more than I actually thought you did, because usually you're like, I haven't touched that in over a year.
Yep. I mean, before that, yeah, you're probably right.
See,
I probably played it last a year before that.
Exactly. Like, it's... You and the Xbox don't get touched because you have a PC and it's just infinitely better. Everybody knows that. There's no argument about that. If I wanted to buy an Xbox or PlayStation or a PC, I'd invest $1,000 more, get a PC, have it be 10 times better.
Okay, so with the current topic being the PS5 release, what could they do to get you to switch to a console over a PC?
It's a really good question because I'm still going to buy the PlayStation. That's the thing. Like, I'm already sold on it, but...
The PlayStation or the Xbox?
Both. I'm going to get both.
Okay,
I'm getting both.
Yeah. All right.
But the big... Yeah. Well, if I put them together, I got 22 teraflops of power. Why wouldn't I do that?
Well, because I'm probably going to steal it so I can play Spider-Man.
Okay, that's all. Are you going to borrow it? You know, you mean you're gonna hold on to it so you can get...
Yep.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy Spider-Man and I'm just going to send you clippets of it. That's all I'm going to do.
Ah, man, I'll love it. I'll be here playing it.
But, okay, so if I was not going to buy it and I was going... they had to sell me, the thing that would sell me is probably power and how good it looked. So hopefully, because the big thing right now is with the current generations on 4K, they're still getting frame drops. And in terms of playability, with the newer releases, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
If you're on console, and now crossplay is becoming a real thing, those frame drops are becoming a real detriment in multiplayer games.
Yeah, in competitive... Well, as competitive as we play.
As in...
But I think, like, you also really enjoy the hardware side of PC.
Oh, I love it.
And, like, a console just doesn't change. And,
modularity.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you love, like, taking your PC apart, putting in a new type of water cooling, putting in those extra 5 LEDs just because you can.
He's looking at my PC right now, and he's drooling. I can see it.
Yep. There are definitely at least 5 more LEDs since I was last here.
I just changed the color. Shut up. But yeah, it's a big thing. Modularity is a big thing. If they could make things a little bit more accessible to change. The Xbox and the PlayStation, you can pull it apart and change the hard drive. The hard drive is able to be changed, but not easily.
Yeah. The hard drive's probably less of the problem, but, you know, being able to change the GPU of a console. So every year you maybe have a GPU upgrade that's like a fraction of the cost of the console.
Yeah.
So many more people would go to that just because, you know, you'd get benefits instead of you get to 3 years and you're like, okay, now what?
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly it. This hardware on the inside right now, you could upgrade the GPU just a little bit more and it'd still run perfectly. It has enough RAM, 16 gigs of GDDR6, next gen RAM. Like, Is GDDR6 in PCs yet? I don't think so.
I don't even know.
Like,
I'm a little behind on the hardware at the moment.
So, I think it's 4th gen at the moment on PC.
Well, we've got GDDR5 at least.
Is it?
It's the stuff on graphics cards, not motherboards.
Okay, yeah, all right. So, at the moment, motherboards.
I think it's 5.
5?
I think so.
Oh, well, we have to research that. Okay.
Yep, we'll get back to you.
Yeah. But this being, as it is, 16 gig, they could upgrade that GPU, make it modular, and it would be so much better. It would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because I imagine, like, the two things from this list that you'd want to upgrade is the RAM and the GPU. Like, after a year even, being able to just upgrade them incrementally. But then you have the problem of, what's it called? Fragmentation of hardware.
Maybe.
Because, you'll have all these parts modular for PCs, and then consoles will start doing the same thing, having modular parts, which inside them have the same sort of components as the PC ones. But
So you might as well get a PC.
yeah, yep.
Yep. Okay, so one thing that I really do like that they've upgraded from the last gen is 120 frames a second.
Yep.
Now people get those 144 hertz monitors and they're actually going to do something. That's incredible.
Yep.
But up to 120 frames per second means that they're still going to have 60 frame per second games. So
Yeah, so that probably means 120 frames at 1080p.
yes, maybe. Or they're going to put VSync into it, cap it at 60. Maybe something like that. But up to 120 frames is huge because you can look at all the videos that test 60 frames per 120 frames and yeah, just go look it up yourself. You'll see that it is a lot better to have 120 frames for certain reasons.
Have you actually seen, like, I'm not sure if you've bought a monitor recently, but the way that they market 120 frames or 144 hertz versus like a 60 hertz one?
Isn't it like the little pictures that are closer together?
Yeah. It's basically like one of them is just blurred.
Yeah.
And the other one looks perfect.
Yeah.
But it's a picture, so you can't actually tell
It
frames.
makes no sense whatsoever to market that way. But I understand. Oh, gosh. Okay, so all in all, this is what we got out of this discussion so far. PC rules, the rest suck.
Spider-Man.
Yep. Oh, God, okay. Off to the next topic, I guess.
Yeah. All right. What do you got?
Okay. So, my partner showed me a picture of something, right? She goes, look at this. And she knows I'm a big tech nerd, so I was like, okay, let's have a look at it. And if... Hold up. Oh, my God. She showed me a picture of this.
What am I looking at?
So, this is what he's looking at the moment on the screen. A picture of Kourtney Kardashian with a mask with LEDs on it. Now, this is called LED light therapy.
Yep. Okay.
What do you think of it?
It looks amazing. What is it meant to do?
So, different light spectrums, in other words, the way the waveform changes will change the way that it affects the skin. So you know how sunlight affects the skin in a bad way?
Yep.
UV light.
Yeah.
UV is just a different spectrum of the light, right? So it's a different wavelength. This is using blue, green, and red light to do different things to your skin. What do you think?
Okay. I would love to give it a try.
So LED light therapy is a real thing. When I first saw this picture right here that she was using, it's the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
And like, why is it only on the face? Is that like...
Because women care about their face, Damo.
Are you saying they don't care about other...
They don't care about their arms. They don't care about their legs. They don't care about their beer gut. They care about their face. Understand that?
Yep.
So as long as their face looks pretty, this is very sexist. I don't know.
Yep. A line may have been crossed.
No. Okay. So actually,
like before she brought hers out, was this was a real thing?
This is a real thing. Like
this is literally the first time I've heard of it.
Yes, it's to me, this is interesting. So I was like, okay, I have to research this, and I did find a couple of papers that say LED light therapy is a real thing. Red light can lessen wrinkles in a different way. And I think a lower spectrum red light can actually kill bacteria. So it means getting rid of blemishes. But this was done with an industrial strength, dermatologically
the skin doctor, yes.
The skin doctor type machine. So in a lab with...
Yep.
Okay,
So, like, what you're saying is if I put my face to your keyboard, I'll get good things happen?
Well, yeah. So what you have to do is you have to get a big machine with a really strong penetrating light onto the skin, and you have to do that every day for it to work. So they saw really good results with eczema, but this was like every day they had to do it.
Yeah, and a super strong LED that you can't get from a shop.
So I'm pretty sure the ones you buy in terms of masks are stupid. They are absolutely idiotic. Hers sold out.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Like Kourtney Kardashian's mask sold out. I just think it's like, if you have tried this therapy and it worked for you, please tell me. Because, no, I refuse to believe that I can put my face against my TV every day and it's going to work. Just big red TV screen on my face.
Yep.
It's absolutely stupid. I actually expected you to have more of a different reaction. Stupid.
No, I love it. It's hilarious.
I want someone to get you one and just use it and see if it works.
I actually want to try it now.
No way.
The only problem with like actually testing that is how do I measure if it's been successful or not?
If you still have a face and it's not red, it worked.
Okay,
wait, because you don't have any. You have no blemishes, no nothing, right? On your face. I don't know.
It's not too bad.
You've got that face. I mean,
I've had it for a while.
Yeah, I can understand why you want to try it.
but yeah, it sounds hilarious. And I guess the fact that there is actual research to back it up.
There is real research.
But their product doesn't actually get there.
Yeah. I can't remember who the research was by, though. It may have been from the skin doctor's actual company. I don't know. I didn't research that far. I didn't care enough. I just want to see if there was research backing this up.
Yep.
And I did find some. I found it on Google Scholar, too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. I just wanted to point out that was a real thing, and it is stupid if you do that. Just wash your damn face, people. God. Not that hard.
I just imagine like you going to a sauna or something like that, and it's just LED lights in the ceiling, and you just sit there.
Yeah. Isn't that just a solarium?
Well, that's UV light.
Yeah.
So it'd be that, but with LEDs instead.
Oh, we should do that.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, if you have not made that business idea ever before, just a room and you just lie down, you flip over every 10 minutes. It's probably a real thing. God damn it. I don't know. Oh, man. Okay.
Good stuff.
Let's just go off to the next thing.
All right. So I've got a couple of poorly researched topics.
I like it.
If you'd like to talk about them.
I like it.
So the first one is the link between 5G and coronavirus.
Oh, God.
Which, I know how you feel about. So also the next one is SpaceX Starlink project.
What's that?
It's the them basically putting thousands of satellites in low Earth orbit to give everyone internet.
So we can actually see these satellites go? Is it like...
No, not that low Earth.
Okay.
It's still a fair way up.
Not on the ground? That's pretty low Earth.
No, that's too low.
They're too low. Underground.
But yeah, it's basically thousands of satellites orbiting Earth that will give everyone internet.
I actually think if it gives everyone internet... Didn't they want to give that out for free as well? Like, free-ish?
Probably. I imagine it would be far cheaper.
Well, it's an Elon Musk thing.
And there's far less infrastructure involved because, you don't have to do cabling or any of that. So it's all just there.
And if once they're done with the satellite, just into the ocean, more food for the sea turtles.
That's not how it works.
Okay. Does it go up? Does it go up so it goes into space?
Well, I imagine they that is how they get rid of them, yes.
How do they stop them from hitting each other, man? What? They use GPS.
Yeah. They're moving in the same direction around Earth.
Yeah, so they never hit each other.
Well, I assume so.
They go at the same speed.
I'm no astrophysicist.
No, I'm no. We're just some tech nerds who don't give a shit.
So apparently, since as of June, there are almost 500 of these satellites already in orbit.
What?
So it's begun. They actually started the project a couple of years ago.
That's good.
Yeah. So
That's like
I'm super excited to see how that happens.
that's like an opposite of a Donald Trump. At least he got started with his wall, Like he didn't even get started. He even has half a wall to go. Like he didn't even finish it. Like Elon Musk just making moves.
Yep, he gets it done.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I think that's great. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how like performance or any of that's going to be, but just having that kind of network in place around the entire world is pretty cool. Apart from the Disney Wall-E type scenario where there's just a layer of satellites around the Earth that you have to cut through to get into the Earth. So
I like that.
we'll see how we go.
Hey, it'll block out the UV light. Make more use of those LEDs.
We could just put LEDs on all of them.
LEDs! That's what
Everyone
I
will
thought.
be happy, healthy, with free internet.
Yes.
Utopia.
Yeah, everyone will have perfect skin with all the internet.
Ship it. Ship it.
Yeah, if anyone wants that idea too, there you go. LEDs on all the satellites.
Yep. We know a guy with some satellites up there.
Yeah.
You should talk to him.
Might get a free car out of it too.
The car's also up there.
But you have to go get it.
Good stuff.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so with this, what does he say? What kind of with this has he said? What kind of specs he wants with his internet? Is there any? I know this is poorly researched, but you may have something.
I think you're underestimating how poorly researched this is.
Wait, does that mean it's better than poorly researched, or it's really poorly researched?
It's really poorly. like literally everything we've talked about is all the research I've done.
Oh, fantastic! I like it.
The one note that I had was 500 satellites.
500 satellites. While you research that, I'm going to waffle on. That's what I'm going to do. So if they're going to be putting another... I wonder how long it's taken them to do 500 satellites. Can't be that long. Yep, that long. Yep, cool. You still got to talk, you idiot.
I did have that information. So the first one actually launched in February 2018.
Oh, so that's not that bad at all.
Yeah, so they launched 2 in that one, and then they've done 60 every other launch, and they're up to they've done 8. So they've planned the next 2 already for this year.
That's really good. So it's going to be another like just 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So
hopefully.
in 2 or 3 years, we're going to have free internet. And it's going to be thanks to Elon Musk. That's awesome.
Yep. Watch this story. I'm definitely going to be following it to see if or when it gets to Australia.
I'm definitely not going to be following it because I have good enough internet.
Yep.
Dave, on the other hand,
Thanks, man.
it is good. He's being screwed around. He's being screwed around by the NBN. It's great. It's been a story and a half. Didn't they actually say that they're going to be back like this week?
Friday. It's meant to happen.
This Friday, like yesterday.
No, next Friday.
Okay. Okay. So next Friday. Next time we do this, you're going to be able to say, "I've got good internet," or we're going to be like, "They screwed you again."
Yep. I'll be like, "My internet's amazing," or "Give me those satellites."
The only reason why we're doing this live right now is because of the really bad internet, isn't it?
That's part of the reason. Yes.
It's also
It's also much better to be in the same place when we're talking to each other.
I actually really like you being here right now as opposed to like on Discord.
For sure.
Oh yeah, and in Australia, since like everything's going back to normal, basically 10,000 people in one place by I think it's June 21.
What?
Yeah, Corona, the whole thing. Like they said that they want to have 10,000 people in one place.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they want like that's going to be one of the restrictions that are going to be uplifted.
Okay. So that means like large scale events can start to happen
Yeah.
again.
So, like we got our local restaurant Eats and Beats thing where you have food trucks come along. That's going to be a real thing that can happen again.
Oh, nice.
So, we're going to have some real food happening.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe everyone else should get on the whole COVID thing and, uplift their restrictions.
Yep. Well, New Zealand is COVID free.
They're COVID 3. That's 3. They're COVID 3. They're COVID free. That's good.
Yep. It's amazing that they are COVID free and still have 5G.
Yeah. What?
I don't know how they did it.
They got rid of the bats.
Magic, man. It's magic.
Yep. No, we got to talk about that 5G crap.
Do we?
Yeah, dude.
How much do you know about it?
I know that everyone who thinks it's a conspiracy is an idiot.
Yep.
And 5G is just basically a wavelength and nothing else.
Okay, so I guess the main conspiracy is that coronavirus was actually caused by 5G and the 5G rollout.
And
so looking at like the people who do believe this theory, the dates do kind of line up with things. So Wuhan was one of the first cities in China to actually roll out the 5G network, which is where a lot of this conspiracy started.
Oh, really?
But, it's not true because there has been so much research done on it and the effects of that kind of 5G.
Yeah.
It's just people who don't like technology and don't know how to explain where things came from.
Okay, so a couple of things don't make any sense to me. How biological pathogens can be affected by a wavelength that can send data. Are they trying to say that bacteria is data?
Yeah, well, I guess that's the thing about the people who believe this conspiracy theory. They're not really scientists.
I just don't believe it.
No.
It's not a thing.
Yeah, and for me, it's super hard for me to understand their point of view and how they got to that kind of realization that they're connected somehow. Because how do you transmit a virus via waves of data?
I have to admit, I have not really researched this, but the reason why I haven't researched this is because I just think that you're an idiot if you even thought about it in the first place. I think they had this sort of conspiracy when it was 4G as well. Like, there was something or other. I
don't think it was quite as bad then. But I think because of all this technology like 3G and 4G and all the fast internet, all these people can actually get together and talk about their crazy theories.
That's it.
Which is kind of counterintuitive because it's these new technologies that are helping them talk about how bad these new technologies are.
God bless the internet. And we all know that God brought us the internet.
Amen.
Amen to that. And with that, I think that is a wrap, though. Yep. Yeah. Oh, God. I'm going to go through this and be like, oh. All right.
Cringe.
Yeah, I'm cringing right now. I'm the one who's talking. So if you have anything that you want to, if you listen to this and you want us to talk about something next time, what you can do is you can contact us somehow.
Yep. There'll be something on this page that you're listening to it from, or we'll send you some 5G waves.
There's a good chance it's going to have the words "who's keen" in it, but yeah. Yeah, thanks, Jace. Stealing it. All right, let's get out of here. This is stupid.
All right. Bye.